So welcome everyone. We are so excited to have with us today Dr. Anita Archer to engage with us in a conversation around how to adapt explicit instruction for distance learning, something that I know is on a lot of people's minds, and with a particular focus on engaging students with word reading difficulties. Oftentimes those are students who can be difficult to reach even in the most ideal circumstances. And so we are very, very honored to have an expert with us who really can talk about the most important and critical element of that, which is certainly the engagement. And so I just want to introduce myself first. I'm Monica Ng. I am the Vice President of Education Programs at Pivot Learning. And I am joined by my beloved colleague, Carrie Beck.
Hi, welcome everybody. My name is Carrie Beck, and I am the Director of Literacy for CORE, which stands for the Consortium on Reaching Excellence in Education. So welcome, Dr. Archer.
Thank you so much. What an honor to be here and to share ideas with all of you who are serving children right now. And making a big difference with them in the area of reading. You know, one of the most useful thing that we've added to our teaching in the last few years is the use of partners, where we ask, particularly comprehension questions. We ask a comprehension question, we give the kids thinking time. We say ones tell your partner or twos tell your partner. We give them a sentence stem that they utilize, and then we call on a student. And it has been a glorious thing to use in our classroom. And so if we have a small group and we have 4 or more children, we've infused in all of intervention programs the use of partners. More opportunities to respond, more use of language. Hallelujah. However, it doesn't quite work as easily when we're doing remote lessons because we don't have someone ear to ear that we could turn and talk with. So there are a number of possibilities. Now, some, depending on the platform, many platforms allow you to have certain breakout rooms. And so that you could have them, you have to set them up before, you can't do it in the moment. You have to set them up beforehand and they could go to a partner. And if you've assigned them a partner and they have numbers like 1 and 2, you could say you're going to share answers with your partners. You'll go to your breakout room. 1 say the answer now, 2 say the answer. And then you would call on an individual to say the answer to the whole class. Okay, now that is technology. And particularly if you are doing, let's say, a intervention with older students, maybe 4th or 5th graders who have some technology skills and some backup at home who could say how to set that up, it works really well. But that's not all of our realities. And so we also utilize what we call virtual partners. So let me just sort of describe how we use them. And so in this case, we assign partners and we use them differently though. One way we use them, so let's say that you, Carrie, and Monica, you are virtual partners, and Carrie, you are a 1, and Monica, you're a 2. And so when I ask a question, I immediately unmute both of you. And I call on Carrie to answer the question. Now, Carrie's not certain of the answer. So she says, Monica, you have my back. Help me out. I'm telling you, this is a very useful thing. It reduces students' fear of being called on because they know that they could get help, that they're going to be doing it with someone else. That's an extraordinarily useful reason to do this. Okay? And so Monica gives an answer, and then the teacher says, now, Carrie, would you repeat her answer? Okay? Another way it's used, We have read something, I ask a question, and I unmute the two of you, and I ask Monica to answer it. And Monica answers it, and I say, Carrie, do you agree or disagree with that answer? Or I might say, Carrie, can you add to Monica's answer? So we are going to sort of artificially increase the communal nature of our classroom, the community of our nature through this. So either one I like. One takes less technology. I mean, I have so many teachers saying, well, when I use the breakouts, then they don't know, and I can't listen to all of them. But if you can make that work, breakout rooms work well, but virtual partners is another excellent option.
So thank you so much for joining us for our time with Anita Archer. I think that was just an amazing experience. And we just want to remind you that Pivot and Core, we have 20 plus years of experience in supporting districts and schools with sustainable systems, as well as delivering curriculum and implementation services for ELA and math. And we're just so committed to improving teaching and learning so that more students have that opportunity to receive an excellent education.
And I just wanted to take the opportunity first to share some free resources that are available on the CORE website. And specifically, I wanted to highlight our Word Reading Difficulties Resource Library. And so if you go to the home page, you will see a link to this library. And in this library, we have all different types of resources, things like articles, white papers, videos, you name it, links to resources online related to teaching reading. So definitely go check this out. It's a nice curated list of resources that I think will be helpful to you. And then also, I wanted to share that CORE has a long history of providing on-site support for schools who are really working purposefully towards implementing the science of reading in classrooms. And we have also been able to transfer those services to the remote environment. So for those of you who are interested, we offer packages of 10 hours of remote consulting or face-to-face once we get back to that point, that are completely customized to your team's specific needs. We have educational consultants who will work with your team to address your specific sites, goals, challenges, and capacity building needs around both English language arts as well as mathematics.
And Pivot also focuses specifically on prevention and intervention services that you may be thinking about specifically for your students with word reading difficulties and dyslexia. And so some of the work that we support is around designing and implementing multi-tiered systems of support, which include things like screening and progress monitoring that are really critical for students who can experience difficulties with word reading. We've supported the work with districts around their policies and systems around how do we quickly identify and support students who may be struggling with reading or have learning disabilities. We also can support work around your compliance related to special education and just how you deliver and align the delivery of general and special education. And we're really dedicated to building the capacity in districts for implementing evidence-based curricula and really delivering that high quality instruction for all students. So you can reach us at our websites, through our websites or email, and also on social media, both Twitter and Facebook. We have places where you can follow us. And we really hope that you were as inspired by the conversation with Anita Archer as we were, and will reach out to us if we can be of any support or assistance in any way to you as you navigate this world of virtual teaching, but always remembering that good instruction is good instruction. So thank you so much for being with us again.